I'm taking more of a backseat. I'm taking the Tyler Perry approach towards this, and I'm going to be doing more of the producing and the directing side of the Notary War Room show. And then me and Tech, of course, we have our rich stamp, poor stamp. So we're really trying to change this industry for us to be very comfortable with doing business as we like. We're not asking nobody, we're not putting up the fake smiles. You have a business, I have a business, we meet on the square. We're going to meet on the square. Not that, oh, you're doing me a favor. Let me be a schmoozer, an expert schmoozer. We're not taking that approach, y'all. They're not doing us no favor. We're both businesses and we're coming together to break bread on a common interest. So stop taking that approach. Stop being fearful. I could go on, but go ahead, Tech.
Hey, let me ask you this. I want to get your insight on this. And I don't know, man, if people, this is supposed to be roundtable. People, y'all can jump in.
Yeah, indeed, man. Don, jump in, dear.
Yeah, jump in. Well, I want to ask you something. I had a conversation with, I always chop it up with, entrepreneurs who happen to be notaries. And one of them said something very interesting. And I love this idea because it made me think, and I'm going to bring up some, I'm going to create some content out of this. Let me ask you this, especially as it relates to Black men, you and I, and everybody else who might be listening and watching this, who may watch this later on. When it comes down to pricing, to me, that's the foundation of having a successful anything. You have to generate money, and you can't generate money unless you know what to charge. You don't go to Starbucks and they don't know how much this costs. You don't go to Home Depot, they don't know how much the water hose costs. They tell you it has a price on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for something like a notary profession, that's very legal, and we know. But what do you think of when you hear that word legal, right? People get a little bit tense, a little afraid when they hear that word legal. But let me ask you this: when it comes down to pricing, and you combine that with this whole profession of legality and laws and things like that, when people become notaries, there's always in the back of the mind that I could do something wrong and end up in jail. But I can end up in jail faster if I do something wrong. And something wrong could be overcharging somebody or charging somebody something that I shouldn't, and then they report me to the authorities. The fear that us, or at least has been perpetuated to us, that you can get locked up, do you think that plays a role into people who are apprehensive? And I'm not just saying Black men or Black people in general. I'm saying the fear that people could go to jail. Somebody could be reprimanded because somebody reported you to some authority because you charged them $2. That plays a role into why people don't know why. To me, it plays a role into why people don't know the charge, and people not knowing the charge is an effect of an unstable, a flat performing business. Do you think there's some connection there?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it doesn't matter what state that you go to, there's a notary handbook in every state, and when you read through any of those, notary handbooks, it's nothing but fear factor laws in there, right? It's just you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. But like everything else in life, man, there's multiple ways of skinning the cat. You know what I'm saying? If the person tells me that I can't cross the bridge without paying, this toll, well, is there a way around it, right? Is there an underground? Where can I go underground? Can I go around the city? Or like, there's always can I take a helicopter and go over the bridge? Like, and then while I'm flying over the bridge, I'm sticking both my middle fingers up saying, fuck your toll, nigga. Like, there's always multiple ways of skinning the cat. But to concentrate on the very thing that puts a brick wall in front of you is a terrible, terrible way of approaching anything in life. Anything in life. To focus on that brick wall and say, I cannot do this. Once you say I cannot, you're done. You're like, or if you look at that very same brick wall and be like, how can I go around this? What do you think a tax strategist is, right? You have an accountant and then you have a tax strategist. The tax strategist, literally all they do is look for loophole ways for you to avoid paying taxes. The accountant is going to be like, no, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. You can't write this off. You can't write this off. But take that same document, that same exact document to a tax strategist. They're going to look at it as, oh, we could write this off. We could write that off. Oh, did you ever do this? No, you should do that like tomorrow. So we could write that off and then write that off. And, and they look